If you're a meme coin trader and you're making life-changing money and your wallet looks something like this, I've got a very stern warning for you. You're about to lose everything because it's all going to nothing, and I'm going to show you why. I'm also going to show you why Bitcoin is attacking the all-time highs, and I think it's actually going to break the all-time highs because we've got the right kind of momentum behind us, and I'll show you the data that shows me why I think we've got the right kind of momentum behind us. But when we look at altcoins, the altcoins aren't looking that good, except for three sectors. You've got the move sector, 𝗬𝗎 and 𝗏𝗏𝗧, which we spoke about and told you that it's going to explode. And I'm going to show you what you can do now if you think you've missed the boat. Then you've got obviously some kind of AI news, because you can see Fetch and AGIX or 𝗤𝗤𝗓𝗔𝗡 are actually exploding. And then of course, the biggest explosions and the biggest amount of life-changing money is happening on meme coins, right? But I've got a warning for the meme coin holders. Meme coins are going to make multiple millionaires in this bull run. But the reality is that most of those millionaires are going to lose all of their money. Most of these meme coins are going to zero. And unless you play by the rules of the casino, which I'm going to show you today, you're going to lose all your money. So today I'm also going to show you, at the end of the show, I'm going to show you a strategy for investing in meme coins. And if you apply the strategy for investing in meme coins, you're going to make and keep life-changing money. But you got to play by the rules of the game. If you don't, you're going to lose all your money and they're all going to go to zero. So let's have some fun today, guys. Let's go. I know this is supposed to be a respectable crypto show, and here we are talking about meme coins. I used to think that I ran a respectable business. The reality is that if you look at our management group, this is the Banter Management Group last night, all talking, instead of talking about, this is where we talk about serious business issues, people are talking about 𝗕𝗤𝗕𝗦 staying poor. This is me saying I'm going to bed, this Roost token's not launching. This is Fred telling me what, people asking if we've been ragged. You've got the whole management group talking about meme coins. So I guess what you can say is that, listen, everyone's addicted to meme coins. Lots of people are making life-changing money on meme coins. Let me know if in the comments if you're making life-changing money on meme coins. And also be ready with your Solana address, because today I'm going to give away a whole lot of meme coins. I'm going to show you why I'm giving away a whole lot of meme coins. The reality is that most people that are making life-changing money in meme coins are going to zero. Most of these meme coins are going to zero. I'm going to show you today how you can actually make and keep life-changing money on meme coins. I'm going to show you an investment framework. I'm also going to talk to you about Bitcoin attacking the all-time high and why I think that this time we're actually going to hit it. I'm going to talk to you about the AI sector, and I'm going to show you two new tokens in the AI sector that I think are going to explode, as well as we're going to talk about the biggest merger that's happening in crypto. So massive, massive, massive show today. Remember, if you are new to the channel, where the hell have you been? How do you arrive at this channel in this part of the bull market? You've pretty much missed 50% of the fun. But you know what? You can choose to look at the glass half empty, or you could choose to look at the glass half full. I prefer to look at it half full. Congratulations. Welcome. At least you're here for the aggressive part of the bull market. In order to make sure that you stay here, what you need to do is subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification, because there is lots of alpha coming to you guys very, very, very soon. And you need to have notifications on so that you can be the first people to get the alpha. You know, they say the early bird catches the worm. That's exactly what it's like with alpha. The sooner you get the alpha, the more you make life-changing money. Example. If you were on yesterday's show yesterday and you listened to what I said to you about Black Dragon, and I said to you, go and buy Black Dragon, the meme coin, you would have made yourself 100 and something % yesterday. Okay, so question is, you need to decide when it is that you want to get the alpha. You want the alpha early, subscribe, hit the notifications. You want the alpha late, no problem. Don't subscribe, don't hit the notifications. If you are a subscriber, smash the like button. Yesterday, I asked you guys to smash the like button so that we can bring more people to our show. I just want to show you the amazing fruits of your labor. Carl's face is the fruits of your labor. No, I'm kidding. I want to show you how amazing the fruits of your labor were for smashing the like button. Our biggest show. Literally my biggest show in a long time, thanks to you guys. 100,000 views before the next show, which is like, this is one of the best shows. So I'm asking you to do it again. Smash the like button. Let's see if we can get you guys a bigger show than yesterday. Also remember, very soon I'm going to ask you to drop your Solana wallet in the comments. When I do have your Solana address ready, and I may actually send you some great meme coin tokens live on the show today. Alrighty, let's get into the alpha, because I promised you alpha. I promised you the highest alpha per minute show on the entire interwebs, and I intend to deliver on my promise. And I promised you that I would start off by showing you why I think Bitcoin is about to break this all-time high. You can see that since I told you that since we started, already Bitcoin is up to 71,685. We are getting awfully close to that all-time high, which is on this chart at about 73,700. The market looks incredibly healthy. The funding is not yellow or orange yet. We're still in green. We are starting to see a little bit of the yellow starting to show up again, but we're still looking very good. It feels like the dip is over. And if you look at the on-chain data, which is what I like to do after a dip, I look at the on-chain data and I see that what 𝗤𝗟𝗡 says is correct. He says, look, the ETFs have started to trickle in. We'll talk about that in a second. But in the meantime, when we had that dip, what you saw the Bitcoin OGs, the self-custody wallets. They were the ones that landed up buying this dip because they know that price corrections in Bitcoin are pretty normal. So we said yesterday being Monday, we said, it was yesterday, no, Tuesday. We said, we're watching the ETF flows and we want to see how aggressive the ETF flows will be. Monday was a slight reversal in ETF flows. We had like a $15 million positive ETF flows. Then Tuesday, we got $418 million in positive ETF flows. So it seems like the ETF flows are coming back into the market. And that's exactly what we want, because that was what was driving the market. We said last week, after 5 bad days, we said we have to watch out that we don't have a 6th bad day or a 7th bad day. We didn't. As you can see, we started to get 418 million. Now, the driver of this 418 million is actually Fidelity. So now there seems to be this race between Fidelity and BlackRock. And while they are competing, while these guys are competing, what we can see is that so far they have got the more assets in the first 50 days than any other ETF launch in history. So you're telling me this asset class is going to go away? I think you got another story coming for you. So far, they've had $11 billion flow into the ETF since the 11th of January. And as I said, that makes it the best performing ETF in history. We're now expecting Hong Kong, which a lot of people say is a proxy for China. I'm not sure that it's such a proxy for China, but we are getting Hong Kong now entering the race. They say that they're going to approve Bitcoin spot ETFs by the second, by Q2. They said actually sometime in May, they're going to start approving spot ETFs. And already some people have already applied. And also in Hong Kong, because remember in Hong Kong this week, there's a massive event going on. It's like, I think it's called the Web3 Summit, and there's like a big crypto events going on. And HSBC, the Hong Kong's largest bank, announced the launch of a gold tokenized products for investors. So now they're also talking about this real world asset narrative. So now we've got the Bitcoin narrative, we've got the real world asset narrative, we've got the AI narrative, which we're going to talk about today, we've got the Solana narrative, which we're going to talk about today. There are a whole lot of tokens that are actually happening. Also, we have to be cognizant that we may get some price movement this week. Lots of price movement this week. Why do I say we're getting price movement this week? I'll show you why. Remember, this is the first quarter where we're getting, the first quarterly close happens at the end of this week, in 3 days. I think it's Friday, right? It's Friday at the end of the quarter. Friday is the end of the quarter, and it's the first quarter where the institutions have Bitcoin in their portfolio. So you can say it's the first quarter in Bitcoin's life after it has been institutionalized, right? And we also having an options closeout. Now, we have covered this options closeout in depth in Frontrunners, which is our Discord group. I think it's full now. Let's just quickly check. I think it's full. We'll check quickly over here. 99%, I think it's full. Let's have a look here. Frontrunners. I imagine that there must be. Okay, so there is. Okay, there were 99 spots left yesterday. I know like a lot of people applied. Apply now, you'll get onto a waiting list. It doesn't mean that you're going to get in because we're only taking in a very limited number of people. Anyway, so we have the biggest options closeout that's happening in Bitcoin, $9 billion worth of Bitcoin. And it feels like for this closeout, the bias is very, very, very much on a short squeeze. So I read this from the 𝗤𝗣𝗢𝗀 data. It says, currently the gap between institutional longs and hedge fund shorts is at a record high. Hedge funds hold nearly 15,000 contracts in short. Institutions hold 20,000 net contracts in longs. So there's this battle for the close on Friday. So I am expecting volatility between now and Friday. If there is volatility between now and Friday, and remember volatility on the way up and on the way down, do not get shaken. Because remember that Friday is the biggest options closeout, and there is a lot at stake here. One side trying to liquidate the other sides, longs trying to liquidate shorts, hedge funds trying to liquidate institutional traders trying to liquidate hedge funds. We're going to be in the middle of this battle. It's the first battle since Bitcoin has become institutionalized. We have to make sure that we don't become the product of this battle. So if you see volatility and you see crazy candles, don't get flushed out. Keep your eye on the prize. Remember a few things. One is, remember that on-chain, the liquid inventory ratio reached an all-time low. Sell-side liquidity is much lower than historical levels. No one's selling, basically. Pretty much no one's selling. Second thing you need to remember is that this bull run, I read this tweet from 𝗕𝗙𝗢𝗢. He says, I think the biggest thing on people don't realize in this bull run is we'll have at least 3 times the capital inflows, and total crypto market cap could go as high as $8 to $10 trillion. Peak euphoria will be accompanied by BlackRock and other institutions shilling crypto assets to the masses. 6-figure Bitcoin may be on track. Also, we have Robinhood, which is, you could say, one of the biggest institutional players, which allows retail to get into crypto. Their TVL closed $15 billion. They grew. Robinhood basically grew. TVL closed bigger than $15 billion in their last year. That is crazy. And they're just continuing to do this. There was some FUD yesterday. I want to address the FUD. I think it's important that we actually address the FUD. So what was the FUD yesterday? The FUD yesterday was around KuCoin. And a lot of people actually got really scared. Thank you. A lot of people got really scared of KuCoin. What happened was the United States Attorney General, which is of the Southern District, charged KuCoin and 2 of its founders with Bank Secrecy Act and unlicensed money transmission offenses. In a nutshell, pretty similar to what they charged CZ and Binance with. What they said here is a U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said today, as the indictment alleges, KuCoin and its founders deliberately sought to conceal the fact that substantial numbers of U.S. users were trading on KuCoin's platform. Indeed, KuCoin allegedly took advantage of its sizable U.S. customer base to become one of the world's largest cryptocurrency derivatives and spot exchanges, worth billions of dollars in daily trades and trillions of dollars of annual trade volume. But financial institutions like KuCoin that take advantage of the unique opportunities available in the United States must also comply with U.S. law to help identify and drive out crime and corrupt finances. KuCoin allegedly deliberately chose not to do so, as alleged in failing to implement even basic AML and KYC. The defendants allowed KuCoin to operate in the shadows of financial markets and be used for a haven for illicit money laundering, with KuCoin receiving over $5 billion and sending over $4 billion suspicious and criminal funds. Crypto exchanges like KuCoin cannot have it both ways. Today's indictment should send a clear message to other crypto exchanges. If you plan to serve US customers, you must follow the US law, plain and simple. Very similar to what happened with Binance. Now, the big question is whether the KuCoin founders will actually go back to the US and face the music, or just be known as criminals and basically skirt the law for a long time. The market didn't really respond. I mean, there was some kind of response yesterday, and a lot of people tried to withdraw their money from KuCoin, and we saw that. We saw a lot of people trying to withdraw their money from KuCoin, and there was a lot of FUD because what happened was so many people started to withdraw that the withdrawal started to take a bit longer. But KuCoin came out with a statement and said, look, the funds are safe. Johnny from KuCoin says the regulatory matter related to KuCoin has come to my attention. While we're working on it, the platform is unaffected and operating normally. As usual, your assets are safe and sound with us. Our team and I will provide you timely updates as to the progress. There was a good thing that came out of this. The good thing that came out of this was that the CFTC also took action against KuCoin. Okay, so the CFTC and the Department of Justice both went after KuCoin. Guess what? Dumbasses. In the action that the CFTC took against KuCoin, they mention here many digital assets, including Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, and stablecoins like USDC and USDT, are commodities. Gary Gensler must have read this and thought, shit, what have you done? I've just gone after the Ethereum. There's an ETH ETF on my desk waiting for approval, and you guys, in an official court document, declare ETH a commodity. I think it would be super strange now if Gary Gensler came out and said it's a security. Like, imagine, like, Imagine the message to the American people and to KuCoin. Like imagine this. Imagine them going, well, you told us the CFTC said it's a commodity, and then they say, well, the SEC says it's a security. Pretty much, you guys go and sort your shit out. Come back to us how are we supposed to know if you guys can't even agree whether ETH is a security or a commodity? So that's the good thing that actually came out of this. There's some kind of you could say precedent. It's not a legal precedent, but you know what I mean. A lot of people got really scared last night. We spoke to the good people at KuCoin, and they said, look, they're going to address this thing head on. They said, don't worry, funds are safe. But if you panicked last night, I want to say two things to you. Number one, if you are trading without a VPN, your IP address will now be in the hands of the US authorities. Because the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to go and get a list of all customers that have been trading. And they're going to narrow it down to IP address. And then they're going to track all the IP addresses. So if you're in crypto, and specifically if you are in the US, and you're interacting with crypto in any shape or form, and you're doing so without a VPN, then the joke is actually on you. Now, I keep telling you that, is there a VPN link in the show by any chance? Yeah, put a VPN link. I'll leave a link here for NordVPN. Just get any. I don't care which VPN you get. Just get a VPN and mask your IP address so that you don't get caught in the crossfire. The second thing is that if you are worried about your funds on KuCoin yesterday, you need to understand that there is a risk that this will happen to other exchanges as well, right? And if you want to avoid that risk, there's a very simple solution. It's called a decentralized exchange. Okay, you can trade perpetuals on a decentralized exchange. We are partners with Evo. That's one of our big partners. You can go and trade on Evo. I did ask you guys yesterday to sign up so that we could try and get the volume to 100 million. A lot of you guys signed up. We're already on 13 million in volume. I'm asking you guys again to go to Evo, sign up on Evo over here, and that way you're not worried about exchange risk. Also, there's another exchange that we partnered up. It's called Kinetics. Kinetics with an X.finance. Now, the reason why I use Kinetics is because Kinetics allows you to trade things that are not crypto. You want to trade like gold, oil, other indices. I'm not connected with my wallet here. I don't have a wallet here that can connect this because this is the work laptop. But if you go and surf on this platform, what you'll realize is that not only is it fast and cheap and incredibly user-friendly, but you can also trade a whole lot of other things that are not 100% related to crypto. So if this announcement actually worried you yesterday, and you were one of the people panicking, ask yourself some tough questions. Number one, are you trading with a VPN? Is there a VPN link in? So if you're not already trading with a VPN, just do me a favor, go to the show, sign up with a VPN. Not only cost you fast and cheap and incredibly user-friendly, but you can also trade a whole lot of other things that are not 100% related to crypto. So if this announcement actually worried you yesterday, actually worried you yesterday, okay, there we go. And you were one of the people panicking. You go to somewhere here. There'll be a NordVPN link. You pay $2.99 a month to mask your IP address. Please, if you don't want to support us, do me a favor. You see, we've already had the volatility. You see how we were at 71,600. Now we're back at 70,500. Ignore these wicks. We're in the week of the options closeout. Ignore the wicks. Don't get caught out by the noise. So that's the KuCoin story. I wouldn't be too worried about KuCoin. If you're panicking, get your funds off KuCoin. If you're panicked about centralized exchanges, bear in mind that any of the other centralized exchanges could be next. They've all been serving American clients. I would just take my money off centralized exchanges unless I was trading, or I would trade on decentralized exchanges where the money stays in your own wallet and you get the same kind of experience. And I've given you two potential options for you to go and play with there. All right, enough about the FUD. Let's talk about altcoins. We should talk about altcoins. That's why you came. You didn't come here for Bitcoin. You didn't come here to talk about FUD. You came here because you wanted to you're here. Let's get this straight. You're here because you're a filthy altcoin degen trader. And we love you for that, because we're also filthy altcoin degen traders. Sometimes in a day, I have to take 3 or 4 showers because of the filth of the altcoins that I'm actually trading. Sometimes we have a shower in the office now. And sometimes because we're trading in such filthy degen coins, sometimes I have to shower more than once a day. And so if you are one of those filthy degen traders, you're at the right place. No one's judging you here. So let's talk about the altcoins. Remember, when it comes to altcoins, our thesis is that there's about, if the cycle repeats, we spoke about this yesterday, in the next 50 days or so, we could get a 50% move in altcoins. Our thesis is also that we've probably got about 300 days left in this altcoin bull market to make extreme life-changing money. And so we got another indicator today, which is the golden cross of the Guna EMA, which tells us that the altcoin season is starting. The altcoins don't look that good today, except for a couple of altcoins which do actually look good. I'll move out the way just so that you can see which altcoins look amazing today. But you can't have amazing days every day. So the altcoins that are looking amazing, a lot of them are actually part of our portfolio, right? So a lot of these altcoins are actually part of our portfolio. We were very, very, very bullish on 𝗬𝗓. We were very bullish on Aptos. We were very bullish on 𝗕𝗓. In fact, since we started the portfolio, 𝗬𝗓 is up 26%. You'll see that when we talk about the DEXs on 𝗬𝗓, I told you guys to go into 𝗕𝗔𝗃. 𝗕𝗔𝗃 is up already 50%. So if you look at where our portfolio should be very close to 5 million. Anyway, right now, as you can see, our 𝗬𝗓 position has absolutely exploded. Our 𝗕𝗔𝗃 position has absolutely exploded because I told you that there's going to be a move into move tokens. You know what I'm saying? Move into move tokens, Aptos and 𝗬𝗓. And the one exchange that is a benefit that gets the benefit of both is actually 𝗕𝗔𝗃. I'm assuming that this is going to continue until April 10th and 11th at least, because that's when 𝗬𝗓 base camp is, as long as the market continues to run. The other thing the other good news when it comes to our portfolio is I told you yesterday, I said to you, instead of going into things like 𝗟𝗑𝗙𝗢 at a $1.2 billion valuation and going to where all the Bs actually are, I actually went onto Base yesterday just to see what was going on Base. You know what happened when I got to Base yesterday? I just heard Bs everywhere. I felt like if I stay in Base, the Bs are going to sting me. So then I left where there weren't that many Bs, so the Bs will follow, right? That's what I told you yesterday. You told me, why did you not put us into 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗀? And I said, guys, the reason why I didn't put you into 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗀 was because I'd already done a 15x. I told you guys that I prefer for you guys to go into something like Ref Finance. And the reason why I told you guys to go into Ref Finance was because I said that Ref Finance it is a DEX, it hadn't risen as much as the base 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗀 narrative had risen. If you did get in yesterday, congratulations. I didn't manage to get in because I couldn't bridge money onto 𝗕𝗓. So it is up 22.1%. And then I said to you, in terms of meme coins, why don't you go for something like Black Dragon, which was the meme coin on 𝗕𝗓? I said, I think that would give you a better return. Why? Okay. I said, I think it's going to give you a better return. It is now up 51.9% since yesterday. So if you manage to catch any of those trades, congratulations. This is exactly, our narratives are playing out exactly like we said they would. I'm very, 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 very comfortable. You'll notice that the other one that I put into our deepen play was Pocket Network, and Pocket Network's also up 37.2%. Now, a lot of you guys are asking us to update this spreadsheet. There was a link to the spreadsheet on that show. There's a link to the spreadsheet in the Frontrunners thing. We've now also integrated that portfolio onto CoinStats. And there's a link below if you want to track the portfolio on CoinStats. Now, what is CoinStats? It is a platform that allows you to look at all your tokens in one place. Centralized wallets, decentralized wallets. You integrate your exchanges, you integrate your decentralized wallets. It's all in one place. So generally, you can use this to see all your portfolios, right, in one place. So we've built this into CoinStats for you. It's all here. The whole portfolio is actually on CoinStats for you. If you want CoinStats, there is a link below. Sign up with a link below if you want to download it. 50% off. He says, okay, you get 50% off if you sign up. That's great. That's amazing. If not, you can still continue to track it on the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet's just not as live. That's the problem, because it doesn't plug into Exchange APIs, unfortunately. So if you want to track it like this, and you also want to track your things, sign up with CoinStats. All right, let's go on to more altcoins, more altcoin news. Is there news? Okay, there's news. People are... Okay, so that's why the market came down. The reason why the market slightly came down is because initially people were worried that, or thought that maybe the Coinbase can get their thing brushed off, their thing brushed off, their case brushed off. But the US judge allows SEC claims that Coinbase failed to register as a security, and so there's going to be a court case now. So that's it. There's going to be a court case. We knew there was going to be a court case. We knew the SEC wasn't going down without a fight. But they don't have a very good track record. So I'm not too worried about this. And I think we must just get finality. I don't care which way. Let's just get finality. And hopefully we can get finality while Gary Gensler, or after Gary Gensler leaves, he can get the hell out of there. Okay, let's talk about the other narrative that's running today, which is, you can see it was Fetch.AI and AGIX. Now, why are they running? They're running because of a potential merger. So get this. Fetch.AI, Ocean Protocol, and Singularity, or AGIX, are all old vintage AI coins. And I say old vintage in the good sense of the word. They've been around, they've survived multiple cycles. And now these three tokens, they've actually announced, believe it or not, I haven't heard anything like this in crypto for years, but they actually announced that they're going to do a merger. 3 artificial intelligence companies that operate on the blockchain are in talks to merge their crypto tokens, a move aimed at helping them develop a decentralized AI platform. SingularityNet, Fetch.AI, and Ocean Protocol are discussing merging their tokens into an ASI token that would have a fully diluted market cap of $7.5 billion, according to people familiar with the matter. The deal, which could be announced as soon as Wednesday, would hinge on the approval from the members of each community, basically the DAO. So we are starting to see these behemoths of the old cycle all coming together. And what they're saying is, in a world exploding of AI innovation, the giants of big tech dominate the headlines and conversations. We're forging a different path. Our mission is to combine our platforms to ensure ethical and transparent artificial intelligence to decentralize AI. So these guys are saying, look, let's come together, let's merge all our tokens together, and let's create a $7.6 billion behemoth by merging all our tokens together. I must be honest, it's one of the first times that I've seen a crypto merger. There's good and bad here. I mean, on the 3 protocols that we're speaking about are great protocols. They've been around and they've survived multiple cycles, which is amazing. They're all very good protocols. I've literally done due diligence on each one of them in the past. These are 3 of the leading protocols. And they have a great mission. The great mission is to decentralize AI and to give decentralized AI a whole lot of integrity, right? So they've done that. I don't think you can ignore the AI narrative. As I said to you previously, the AI narrative will just continue to run. Why? Because for as long as NVIDIA continues to raise millions, for as long as more news starts coming out in the TradFi world around AI, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is AI.
Which is honestly probably
just
making
watch
it
this.
worse. Let me tell you what I do. It's a little hygiene hack. My friend told me about these cloths from Get Dirty. They were originally formulated for firefighters to remove carcinogens off their skin, which means these wipes don't play games like other wipes on the market.
This is an AI talking.
They are antibacterial and actually lift and remove sweat, dirt, and odors, making these the one and only total shower on the go solution. After you use these, your skin will have a soapy, clean smell. You will instantly feel. So let me get this straight. You guys are telling me that when you're out of the house for hours, you're comfortable walking around with all that stanky body odor that's been building up on.
So, hold on, let me get my screen. I don't have my screens here. Okay, so this is generated by AI, and for as long as AI keeps improving like that, the AI trade is never going to go away, and that's going to filter into crypto. And you can see that Tether also now came out and said Tether expands AI focus. This narrative ain't going to go away. Tether hiring a head of AI and R&D. I mean, this AI narrative isn't going to go away. You've got to be invested in the AI narrative. And I think that this merger of this behemoth actually creates a feasible investment in AI, because you're teaming a whole lot of, SingularityNet, very much a marketplace for AI models and stuff like that. You've got Ocean Protocol, which is very much a data play. You've got Fetch.AI, which is the AI blockchain, so to speak. Great merger. Good for crypto because it gives crypto AI more clout. And now I think what we've got 2 big AI protocols. We're going to have this AI protocol that we're talking that they're calling, what did they say they're going to call it? They said they're going to call it ASI. So they're going to call this token ASI. I think that's a good contender for one of the winning AI tokens. The second one is 𝗤𝗤𝗘𝗎𝗓. 𝗤𝗤𝗘𝗓 is effectively a AI infrastructure play, which basically has a whole lot of subnets underneath it, and it creates a hub of AI intelligence, which are all part of this mothership, which is the 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗏 network. So you imagine like one ship, and then a whole lot of chains, which are all doing AI computations for different things. And they're all part of like an AI central intelligence. That's 𝗕𝗘𝗙 or 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗢. But then yesterday I spoke to another bunch of developers. And the truth is that I was speaking to a friend of mine, 𝗕𝗙𝗢𝗀, and he said to me, look, I've researched this token. You've got to research this token. It's going to be bigger than 𝗕𝗘, and it's called Based.AI. It's called Based.AI. So I was like, okay, Carl, whatever you say. And yesterday I actually set up a call with the devs, and I actually had a long chat with the devs about what these guys are building. Now I've done a lot of due diligence on 𝗕𝗤𝗀𝗀. And then I heard these guys talking about what they're going to be doing. So what they're going to be doing is they're also setting up this like brain infrastructure, this Based.AI infrastructure. And underneath it, they're setting up a whole lot of like these subchains. Each subchain, they're calling it a brain. So it's like these little brains, right? So if you want to have a subchain that does something to do with AI, computation, whatever it is, you get yourself what they call a brain. A brain is almost like a license to operate a subchain in the greater Based.AI infrastructure, which is what these guys have built. Now, you can imagine that there'll be 100 brains or 1,000 brains. I don't know how many brains they're going to do. And all of these are going to be doing computations. And all of those computations are going to fall under this gigabrain, which is called Based.AI. Very similar to 𝗦𝗫𝗀𝗀. But these guys seem to have studied the 𝗦𝗫𝗀𝗀 model and seem to have fixed up a whole lot of the holes that are actually in 𝗦𝗫𝗀𝗀. So they've done this. So how do you get access to it? Well, there's two ways to get access to it. Number one is you can go and buy the Based.AI token. So it's this Based.AI token. It's got a market cap of $305 million. The other way to get access to this is to actually go and buy the old OG Pepe coin. Now, a lot of people think it's like this is Pepe coin. This is not Pepe. This is the original Pepe coin, which is trading at $4.13 and has a market cap of $500 million. Now, why am I bullish on Pepe coin? So these guys are OG holders of Pepe coin. And what they said is, if you stake your Pepe coin, for every 100,000 Pepe coin that are staked, you can get a brain. You can get a license to operate one of these subnets. And so you got to think that if people are going to want to get these brains, and there's going to be 100 of these brains, each one has to stake 100,000 Pepe coins. So while the 100,000 Pepe coins are staked, you get yourself a brain license. And if you want to exit, you basically return the brain into the pool, and you get your Pepe coin back, which will put a huge strain on this Pepe coin. So again, AI narrative that's not going away. I think 𝗦𝗫𝗀𝗀, I think this new ASI token that's being spoken about are probably the winners. And I think one that you need to look at, and you need to look at very, very, very quickly, is Based.AI. And if you want access to it, either get Based.AI or go and buy this Pepe coin over here, because this should go up if that actually plays. This is not the Pepe coin, the Pepe meme coin frog that everyone's trading. This is the old Pepe coin. This is the legit Pepe coin. This is like the original meme Pepe coin. So go and check it out. I think that's got a massive, massive, massive chance of winning in the AI game. I think it comes down to a race of three. I think it comes down to ASI, 𝗦𝗫𝗀𝗀, and if these devs deliver what they're supposed to deliver, I've got no doubt that this is a massive one. All right, so that's AI. And again, you can make life-changing money on AI. And I think you will, in this bull market, make life-changing money on AI because the momentum's there. And you just don't mess with momentum. You just don't mess with momentum. Let me just see if there's any... By the way, people are saying that there's news coming out about... So you see, just go to the Banter newsroom. All the news is actually here. So all the news that we're getting over here is actually here. He has the Coinbase judge. He says, there's lots of news coming out right now. Coinbase US judge allows SEC claim that Coinbase failed to register securities business. Court ruling dismisses SEC claim that Coinbase acted as so basically it was just open that you see that's how you can use the Banter bubbles. I use it all the time. So that is the news, and that's why Bitcoin's slightly coming down, but still above 70,000. This market's strong. This market's absolutely strong. All right, let's talk about the other and probably easiest and best way to make money in this market right now. Now, warning. This next segment is going to be really, really, really dirty. And as I said in the beginning of the show, it's probably a warning to all holders of meme coins and people that have been making 6 figures and 7 figures on meme coins in the last couple of days. So let's talk about it quickly. I agree with Ansem. Every time I go to sleep, I somehow fumble a generational wealth opportunity on a new meme coin. And he says, what the fuck is this market? That's exactly how I feel. In fact, last night, I was sitting up with my wife. And my wife was in bed trying to have a conversation with me. And all I was obsessing about is, when is the Roost launch on Base? All I wanted to know was, when is the Roost launch on Base? The Banter management group became a shit show of meme coin fuckery, okay? This is the Banter management group, no jokes, okay? You've got me asking, when is this launch happening? Fred saying, have fun staying poor. These are all the fake meme coins that actually come up. This is the management group. This is where we discuss like big problems. This is like, you can see the whole management group became like a cesspool for meme coin trading. And I mean, you can't fight this meme coin craze, because this meme coin craze is here and it's here to stay. Now, a lot of people are asking, well, why have I changed my tune on meme coins? Initially, I thought meme coins were just a waste of time and a distraction. But then I realized that actually meme coins were something way, way, way more serious. Meme coins are actually a culture roulette. It is the biggest casino game known to mankind. What is it? It's a game where anyone around the world, at any place, at any time, can place their bets on a culture roulette. So imagine like a roulette with tons and tons and tons and tons of numbers. So imagine something like this. Imagine a roulette that looks something like that. Okay? So imagine many, many, many more numbers. So this is like a normal roulette, but imagine many, many, many more numbers, and each one of them is a potential meme, right? So there's Bowden, there's 𝗬𝗓𝗢𝗀, there's Doge, there's sheep, there's the cats, there's the dogs, there's the frogs, there's Mike Tyson, which we're going to talk about today. And in fact, if you want some Mike Tyson tokens, put your SOL address in the comments. I will be giving free Mike Tyson tokens away to someone lucky today, or to a few people. It's called Savage. It's called Savage because that's how Mike Tyson talks. I think D-Gens from this office started this coin. I got to be honest, because I saw one of the guys here messing around with the Twitter, and I don't know who started. They won't tell me. But I went and got a whole lot of tokens of this Mike Tyson. Why did I get a whole lot of tokens of the Mike Tyson? Because it's a culture roulette. Because I know that he's fighting Jake Paul soon. And that I know in the run-up to the fight with Jake Paul, there's going to be a lot of memery around Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. And afterwards, there's going to be a lot of memery around all of it. So I think what we're dealing with here is we're dealing with the biggest culture casino in the entire world. And I think that a lot of people are going to make a lot of money on meme coins. And in fact, I think a lot of people are already making a lot of money on meme coins. I know. This wallet is for ants. I've seen wallets in the office that are bigger than this. The guy made $634,000 on a meme coin called 𝗏. He took a bet that people were going to, when I read this, it shows me that our meme coin is going to absolutely explode. It's going to explode. So he took a bet. He took a cultural bet on something that people were playing with, and he's made himself $634,000 in the biggest casino in the world. It's the meme coin roulette. That's what it is. That's effectively what this meme coin thing is. It's like a meme coin. It's a culture roulette. That is what the meme coin casino is about, and it's a global one. People have been betting on culture for a long time. Fashion designers do it all the time. They take a bet on culture. They create a fashion collection and they hope that people end up buying it. But despite all how exciting this meme coin casino is, and despite the millions of dollars being made, and despite how much fun the game is, and I'll tell you that, I'll be honest, there's no more fun in crypto than trading meme coins. You have to be really, really careful. You have to be super, super, super careful that you don't think that you're making money. That thought of you making money will distract you so much that you will stop investing in protocols that will actually change the world. And as a result of the fact that you will stop investing in protocols that will change the world, you will land up losing. You'll land up losing the entire bull market. So not only will you land up losing money, but you'll land up losing the entire bull market. Because instead of investing in protocols that will change the world, you would have wasted your whole bull market actually investing in meme coins. And the reality is that meme coins are all going to go to zero. So, with that in mind, I think I've developed rules for this game. And if you understand the rules of the game, if you really understand the rules of this game, then you could actually land up making and keeping your life-changing money. If you play without understanding the rules of the game, then you'll probably land up making a lot of money, but I'm almost willing to guarantee you that it's going to all go to zero before the end of the bull market. So I want to show you the rules of the game that I've developed. Here are the rules of the game. I call it the Meme Coin Casino rules. And I think that that's the first thing that you have to remember. These are not investments. And as I said, the first rule is to remind yourself 3 times a day that meme coins are not and will never, ever, ever be an investment. If you can live with a thought that meme coins are never going to be an investment, and you can walk into the game with those glasses on, you're already ahead of the game. Because some people are going to get emotionally attached to their tokens, try and convince themselves that they are an investment, and actually get themselves bloody wrecked. Next, starting capital. Not more than 2% of your total portfolio. And we never put more money into meme coins. We play our meme coins with 2% of the capital of our portfolio, not more than that. Even 2% is a lot. And we never, ever, ever put more money into meme coins. Cool? Got it? Cool. Next thing. Now, we write a lot of small tickets. We never double down. And when I say a lot of small tickets, whatever you've got, write 50 checks. So if you're putting in $1,000, then your meme coin bet is $20 per game, and you're writing 50 checks. Take a lot of small bets, never ever double down, and have over 50 projects. You've got to be completely diversified in this meme coin race. Next, invest only in small projects which have under $100,000 or $200,000 market cap. So we're not looking for meme coins that have gone $1 billion plus. We're here to make 50x's and 100x's. If you're playing in this casino, you're playing in this casino to make 50x's and 100x's. That's it. You're not playing for 2x's and 3x's in meme coins. And so what you got to do is you got to invest in projects that are under $100 or $200 market cap. All these are hard and fast rules. Remember, when you're playing with meme coins, the biggest risk is the dev. Why? Because the dev, first of all, needs to destroy the private keys, needs to burn the LP tokens and put them into liquidity. For as long as the dev is running the Twitter account or the dev is running the website, there is a risk that the dev will do something stupid and ruin the culture of the meme. The best meme coin projects are the ones where there's no dev and the community's taken over the meme coin completely. So the more centralized the meme coin, the more chances that one day you're going to end up losing your money. Then, hold on, let's try and just quickly refresh that. There we go. Once you've invested, diligently follow strong meme accounts and wallets. Meme coins are a casino where a bunch of highly in-tune people are jumping from meme coin to meme coin to meme coin, and they're taking their followers with them. You got to tune into those accounts, and tomorrow I'll give you guys a list of the best Twitter accounts to follow for meme coins. But you got to follow those accounts, and you got to follow the wallets to see exactly what the accounts and wallets are doing every single day. If you're investing in meme coins, or sorry, you're trading meme coins, you never invest in a meme coin. If you're trading meme coins and you're not on the pulse, you're going to get completely wrecked. You can't just put money down and then forget about your money, because then you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get completely wrecked. What you want to do is you want to invest, you want to trade, you want to put your money on the meme coins, and you want to follow these big accounts, and when they leave, you leave. Now, make some rules. After 5x and 10x, take your initial investment out and start reinvesting it. So if you got 50 investments, take your initial investment out and start reinvesting it. Reinvest. The result is that you keep reinvesting and growing your pool of investments on and on and on. Now, the reason why I say that this gives you a competitive advantage is because if you got, let's just for simplistic say, no one should put, let's say you got $5,000 and you break it up into 50 bets of $100. One of them goes to 10x, you take out your initial $100, you still got $900 invested, and now you take the $100 and put it somewhere else. You've invested in 51 meme coins and you've got $900. You're betting on the fact that at least 1 in 50 will hit a 50x. If you're close to the casino, you will get more than 10 in 50 hitting 50x's. But you got to be fast, and you got to take your initial investment out after 5 or 10x. And the next part is that you got to take profits into Bitcoin, USD, and other strong protocols on the way up. But the golden rule in memes, the golden rule in memes is to always stay invested. Never, ever, ever exit a meme coin completely, because you never know which one's going to be the next Doge or the next 𝗕𝗑𝗙, going to go to $6 billion market cap, and you're going to kick yourself because remember that you got in at $100,000 or $200,000. You never, ever, ever exit a meme coin completely. You just keep taking profits on the way up, putting them into Bitcoin, putting them into USDT, and putting them into other solid protocols. Why? That way you don't waste the whole bull market. If you don't take profits into Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, and other good protocols, then you will waste the whole bull market, because eventually that big wallet that I showed you is actually going to go down to zero. In fact, I guarantee you that it's almost going down to zero, already almost down to zero. Next, remind yourself every single day when you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, this game will end soon, and when it ends, every single one that's going to zero. And whatever fancy balance you've got in your wallet is going to go to zero. The only money that you're going to have left is the money that you took out into Bitcoin, USD, and other strong protocols. And lastly, remember in the beginning, you took out 2% of your portfolio to put into meme coins. Keep rebalancing your portfolio. At some point, when you start making this kind of money on meme coins, this could become 80% of your portfolio. When that happens, you got to take a lot of profits and you got to move 80% of your money out of meme coins into your real portfolio so that you haven't exactly wasted the bull market. You get it? That's how you beat the meme coin game. It's a game. It's a casino. The only thing is that this casino is actually rigged in your favor if you play by the rules. Because there's no real casino here. There's no one here taking a chop off the top except Solana, which is taking a very, 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 very small, minute a fee on every transaction. That is how to beat the game of the casino. These are the rules. Remind yourself that meme coins are not an investment. No more than 2% of your portfolio. Lots of small tickets. Only invest in tokens that are less than $100,000 market cap. If the dev's gone, the biggest risk has been removed. Follow strong accounts and wallets. Meme coins is a game for people who want to be in the know. Take profits into Bitcoin and ETH and Solana on the way up. Remind yourself daily that this game is going to end, and keep rebalancing your portfolio. Now, I do see that a lot of you are panicking that the Bitcoin price is going down. I mean, this is probably, remember I said to you, there's going to be a lot of shenanigans this week. It's an options closeout week, biggest options closeout on the biggest week, the biggest quarterly close that Bitcoin's ever had. Don't be jarred by these price movements. I see the price is moving down. Don't be jarred by the price movements. This is because of the Coinbase news and the fact that the SEC is going after Coinbase. Don't be scared by this. We've known for a long time that there's going to be a fight. We didn't think that the fight was going away. I'm almost willing to guarantee you that pretty soon the market's going to go back up again. So as I said to you, I don't know who launched the Mike Tyson coin. I love it. I don't know who launched it. It could be someone at the office. I have no idea. They won't tell me. But if you want some, because I have a lot in my wallet, because unfortunately I bought some on the market and I was sent some. I have a lot. So I'm going to send some. If you leave your Solana address in the comments, I'll send you some Mike Tyson, some 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗢 coins. I'll send you some 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗢 coins if you want some. Just leave your Solana address in the comments and I'll send you guys the stuff. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, don't panic and trade well, my friends.